if only somebody else did XYZ, then I would be flying, I would be reaching my goals, I would be rank advancing. Do you ever find yourself thinking along those lines? Then please stay tuned, because really there's only one thing only that's really holding you back, that's really keeping you stuck. And that's actually something that's deeply rooted inside of ourselves, inside of you, inside of me. We all have it. And there's a 5-step process that I'm going to share with you today that can help you overcome it for good. Okay, so I'm excited you're here. Hello and welcome. In case we've met before, my name is Katrine from bloomwithkatrine.com, and I'm coming live to you from the beautiful Bavarian forest over here in Germany. Please don't be shy, say hi and let me know where you're tuning in from, so I can circle back around and say hi to you as well. Looking forward to doing that, because I'm giving you here my best strategies to take your business into the online space and create sustainable, healthy success that's going to feel good from the inside out already while building up to it, right? And I don't know about you, but feeling stuck, feeling that you're kind of like helpless and other people are in for your own success, like they're the reason maybe you're not rank advancing, or they're the reason you're plateauing, doesn't feel good, doesn't feel empowered. And by the way, it's presumably not really the cause why you might be stuck at the moment. Okay, so let's jump into this. And before I actually give you those 5 steps, just one short question for you. What is it, youth, in your opinion, that I'm talking about today? What is it that's deeply seated inside of you, and it's actually the reason why you're not where you want to be, why things seem to be slower than they should be, and all those things, right? Let me know. Type it down below. I'd be curious to know, but obviously I'm going to give it to you, right? So we can move into the topic. It's actually fear, right? Fear. And there's like 2 main fears that can keep us stuck. One is the fear of loss, right? Loss of maybe respect from others, loss of appreciation, loss of friendships, loss of money, loss of time, whatever it might be for you. Okay, that's one of the fears. And the second one, is maybe even bigger, and that's fearing change. And now, I don't know about you, but I used to tell myself, yeah, I want to fly high, and yeah, I want to make, I don't know how many thousands of euros in my case, maybe it's dollars for you. Let me know which currency you're in. And then when I really went a bit deeper, I actually found that deep down, I was actually afraid to fly high. I was actually afraid to change, right? Because what is going to change other than myself in my life, right? Is my partner going to, like be able to move with me into that new life? All those things, right? So, and here's the thing about fear. Fear is an emotion, as you and I know, of course, right? And it's actually innate in all of us. It's what's keeping us safe and comfortable. And that's also its function. And here's the thing. When we are afraid of something, right? When fear, like, takes its icy fingers and grabs us from behind, right? I don't know whether you can relate, but that's how fear feels for me most of the time. All of us only have 3 ways to react. And that's either flee, fight, or freeze. Now, depending on the situation, one of the 3 might actually help us survive, right? It's a survival instinct. So it's a good thing. So our goal also for this talk today is not to become fearless, because fear is a good thing. It's keeping us safe. It's keeping us alive. But it might also be keeping us stuck. And it's important to know, where we're at, and to really assess the situation. So one thing about fear, one more thing, is we can't talk ourselves out of it. I don't know whether you've ever tried that. Maybe you were scared of doing a business post, for example, right? And you were just scared of, what might others think? What are my colleagues going to think? What is my family going to talk about behind my back, or talk about me behind my back? Maybe those kinds of things, right? That can be holding us back 100%, right? And thing is, we can't really talk ourselves out of that fear. There's only one thing that's going to get us into overcoming it, and that's what we're going to be diving into right now. Okay, so number one step, and by the way, if you need or if you would like to have a challenge, a 5-day challenge free here on Facebook, where we're going to hone in on $1 million skill set when it comes to how to post for a business that's going to actually attract people to you, where people are going to come to you wanting more information about what it is that you do, drop challenge down below, and I'm happy to introduce you to our group. Okay, but coming back to our fears, step number one in overcoming it is facing it. Okay, and really own it. Own your fear, give it a name, call it out loud. Okay, so for me, one of my biggest fears, and I hope you're bearing with me, and that's okay if I get a little bit vulnerable here with you, is Katrine Beitel, I've always had a fear of not being good enough. Let me know whether you can relate. Hopefully I'm not the only one, right? And if you're really courageous, drop yours down below. Okay, Katrine Beitel, have always had a fear of not being good enough. Write it down, get it out of your system, out of your mind, onto a sheet of paper or here into the text field down below, right? So you can actually like energetically make like a divide, right? So it's there. I can actually now face it when I've written it down on a sheet of paper. I find that to be more effective maybe even than just type things out. But do whatever works for you, right? So get it out of your system so you can look at it and you can actually take the piece of paper and put it away, right? Put it away so you don't see it all the time. So that's step number one, face your fear, okay? Step number two is evaluate the situation you're in. I was just sharing with you that fear is a good thing, right? It's got a function. It's helping us stay safe and comfortable. So assess, evaluate the situation you're in. Take a look around. Where are you? Are you physically unsafe? If so, please don't do what you're about to do. Okay, please don't. Okay, say you're standing on the edge of a motorway and you want to cross it, and there's I don't know how many ton, a heavy lorry coming your way. You want to be afraid of becoming a mashed potato very soon, right? So fear is something good when it comes to keeping us safe physically, okay? But take a look around. Maybe it's about posting something business related. Maybe it's going live for the first time. Whatever it might be for you, look around you. Where are you? What's actually going on? And are you really physically unsafe? If not, fear might be trying to keep you comfortable. Now, here's the thing about becoming an entrepreneur, and this is a learning curve, a steep one, at least for me. Let me know whether you can relate. But actually, as an entrepreneur, we want to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Can you relate to that? Because, when we want to grow into becoming, our best version of ourselves, we will have to become uncomfortable, right? So hit that like button, whatever it might look like for you. Post that post, just do it. And that's actually step number 3 is in overcoming fear is act on it, okay? Take one simple thing. That can be a bit scary and it can be uncomfortable getting it, right? And just do it anyway, because here's the thing with emotions. Emotions are not subject to reason, but they are subject to action, okay? So take one positive, simple, small action, but take it, okay? And here's the thing, I just had a conversation on the weekend with a team member of mine. She's like, yeah, I'm just so scared to actually show my face or to actually even go live, right? So here's a tip I gave her. Maybe that's helpful for you as well, if that's where you're at maybe. Grab your phone and do a story, right? In the stories feature, like get your face on camera, get used to it. Don't do a full-blown live video if that's just really like making you shake in your boots, right? But do a live story, right? Tell us in 20 seconds something you learned yesterday, today, okay? I'm challenging you to do that. My team is doing that. So maybe that's helpful for you as well, right? Take one simple action. It doesn't need to be huge, and go, Mel Robbins, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be scared, do it anyway, because that is how we grow. That is how we experience that we're not going to die. Okay, that actually nothing really bad can happen to us at the end of the day, right? So do your life story every day. I'm challenging you, and please tag me in it so I can actually come cheer you on as well. Okay, looking forward to that. So that's taking the action, right? Step number 3. And by the way, a huge one for me, maybe for you as well. It may not be easy doing it, and it need not be perfect. Because maybe you've heard this before, done is better than perfect. Stop overthinking the things. Grab your phone, do a story, let us know what you've learned yesterday, what you learned yesterday, what you are learning right now. Do a story about that right afterwards, right? I'm looking forward to that, seeing you overcome that fear maybe. Okay, so step number 4 is now we have a chance to reevaluate. We've done something, right? We're not stuck in overthinking mode. We're doing the things, and now we can evaluate. Okay, what about what I did worked? What about I didn't work? And what might I do differently? And focus on one thing only. Okay, one thing only. What is it that I might do differently next time? Tomorrow, when I'm going to go and do another short story, right? Maybe I want to focus more on actually looking into the camera lens, which can be a challenge. And I don't do it all the time, right? So maybe it's something very simple. And the simpler it is, the easier it's going to be for you to focus on doing the thing that scares you, that gets you uncomfortable, right? And actually focusing on that one thing only, and thereby becoming better and better and better. And we all know where we're going to be if we improve by 1% a day a year from now, right? That's what we want. So give yourself some credit after you've done the thing that got you uncomfortable. Okay, pat on the shoulder, well deserved, and applaud yourself for being bold, for being courageous, not fearless. Fearless is something that you don't want to be, in my opinion. But you want to be bold. You want to be courageous. You want to keep moving on. And here's an extra step. And maybe you've noticed this, right? My steps, facing it, F, evaluating which situation you're in, E, acting on it, A, and re-evaluating, R, is actually fear. Okay, so maybe that's helpful for you next time fear is catching you with its icy fingers. Okay, just remember, fear is actually a 4-step process. And I've got a bonus one for you that we've come up on our team, and that's actually having an accountability partner. Okay, somebody who's going to help you against that fear and hold you accountable. Now, here's 2 major things that I want to share with you when it comes to accountability partners. My accountability partner at the moment actually is my 12-year-old son, right? He just walked in actually just before I went live. Have you done your live video yet, Mom? And I told him, no, I haven't. I'm about to do it now. Here's the thing. If you get to be an accountability partner for anybody with anything, and you really want to help them grow into not needing you at some point in the near future, please don't get into motivating them. Please don't get into judging them, right? Just listen. Give them room and space for them to say, I did what I committed myself to do, or I didn't do it. And just listening to them and giving them the opportunity, the possibility to actually listen to, okay, I did it or I didn't do it. Both is okay because it is what it is. And now let's commit to doing it again or doing it tomorrow, right? And just having that kind of accountability partner can be the thing that can be the bridge for you from now, maybe going, yeah, but you know what? Yeah, I know Katrine said it's important to overcome my fears, but at the end of the day, I got busy or whatever it might be, right? If you have an accountability partner, that might help you overcome that way of thinking a bit sooner, a bit faster, until at some point you don't need an accountability partner outside of you anymore, because it becomes so natural for you to go through this process. Okay, so again, if you're want a challenge, okay, to overcome the fear of posting about your business, in a way that's going to be attracting other people, where people are actually going to go, oh, wonder what that is about. Please tell me more if you want to experience that. Drop challenge down below or reach out to me personally. I'm happy to introduce you to our free Facebook group. And for now in this video, I would love for you to drop down one thing that will get you a bit uncomfortable and yet you're committing to doing it anyway. Okay, so I can cheer you on. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Looking forward to seeing you on the next training. Bye for now.